Hi, and welcome back to the Herbalife 24 Sports Nutrition Training Series. I'm Dr. Dana Ryan, and this is part 4 of our 4-part Sports Nutrition, Herbalife 24, and Healthy Active Lifestyle training. So in the first 3 series, we talked about the basics of nutrition. We focused on what your body needs before you work out, how to fuel yourself during your training, and now, maybe most importantly, how to help your body recover after you work out. So the thing about exercise that we don't often talk about is that it actually puts a lot of stress on your body, and there's a lot of damage that's done to your body as you're training. And we typically focus on all of the amazing health benefits, and there certainly are countless health benefits to exercise, but if you don't take care of your body in terms of nutrition, it becomes harder and harder to recover, and it makes it more difficult for you to train at a high level day in and day out. So that's why your post-workout nutrition becomes really important. So everything that we're going to talk about in terms of post-workout nutrition, ideally you want to do within 30 minutes of finishing your workout. 30-45 minutes of your finishing is perfect. So this is a time when your body's really going to utilize the nutrients that you're giving it after you finish your workout. So that's not to say not to eat if you don't get your good nutrition in within 30 minutes, but the ideal time is within 30 to 45 minutes of finishing your workout. And this is where proteins become really important. So we've talked about in sections 2 and 3 the importance of carbohydrates. In section 3 we talked about the importance of being hydrated and having adequate electrolytes. But post-workout, this is when protein really comes into play. So this is when we go all the way back to section 1. We think about what happens when you consume protein. It's broken down into those amino acids. They enter your muscles, and they really start to help with the repair and the rebuilding process. So what we suggest is post-workout, 20 to 40 grams of high-quality protein in combination with carbohydrates. But the most important thing is you're getting at least 20 grams of protein. So at the beginning, again, back to section 1, we talked about our entire scientific advisory board. Our goal is really focused on putting out good quality products that are based on nutrition. And we're talking about post-workout nutrition, that's certainly no exception. So if you look at this graph that we have on the screen, you're gonna see on the bottom, it's amount of protein consumed post-workout versus a measure of basically muscle growth. And what you can see is from 0 to 20, there's kind of a linear increase in the amount of muscle growth that happens when you consume between 0 and 20 grams of protein. And then it sort of starts to flatten out between 20 to 40 grams. And this is really that peak period, that peak range for protein consumption. So no matter how big you are, what size you are, you want to hit at least 20 grams, but then no more than 40 grams. Because if we continue this graph out, it would actually flatten out. So this isn't a case where more is more and more is better. Really, in terms of muscle growth, 40 is kind of the max that you want to go. But it's not just protein alone. So there's a big myth that, oh, I just need whey protein post-workout and that's all my body needs. But the reality is it's really protein plus carbohydrates that are going to give you the maximum benefit. So if we look at the graph that you can see, in the middle, it shows the combination of carbohydrates plus amino acids. So those puzzle pieces back to section 1 that really help build out your muscles. And you can see you have the highest level of muscle growth that occurs when you have carbohydrates plus protein. So despite the myths that you might hear out there, you really need the two, because what happens is when you consume them together, the carbohydrates spike your insulin levels, which essentially opens the gates, opens the doors for those amino acids to enter the muscles. This all might start to sound familiar, right? 20 to 40 grams, carbohydrates plus protein. If we think about everything based on science, that's where we get rebuild strength. So rebuild strength is a great option for anybody post-workout. So good quality dairy protein combined with carbohydrates. Now, the reason that we want a dairy protein, and we talked a little bit about this in section 2 when we talked about the difference between Formula 1 and Formula 1 Sport, being that Formula 1 Sport is a dairy protein, is that when you have a dairy protein, it has 2 different rates at which the body uses it. So in a dairy protein, you have 2 components. You have whey and you have casein. So whey is used by the body very, very quickly. So it's absorbed right away. Your body can use it to start rebuilding muscle. But we also know that you don't just finish a workout and your body's done back to normal. You need some support for hours after your workout. And that's where the casein protein really comes into play, because it's utilized by the body much more slowly, so it helps support a sustained recovery. So you've got your 24 grams of protein, you've got it with some good quality carbohydrates, and you have a good blend of dairy protein that's gonna help you with immediate and sustained recovery. Besides the fact that Rebuild Strength is based in science, the other thing that I love about it is that it's so easy to use, and that's something that our teams and athletes really like when using this product. So if you're not familiar with it, all it is 2 scoops mixed with water. So you just have to take some water, put it in your shaker cup, 2 scoops of Rebuild Strength powder, the lid's on tight. And you're all set. So in a few seconds, you can take this with you to the gym, have it in your car after your workout, whatever it may be. Have this. You're gonna get the nutrition that your body needs within that 30-minute window that your body really wants it. But one myth that I want to dispel about Rebuild Strength is that the only time you can use it is post-workout. So while it's great as a post-workout, it's not your meal. Remind yourself of that. It's not your meal after your post-workout. It's just the shake to help repair what your body needs from your workout, and you still need a good dinner or lunch afterwards. But you can actually use Rebuild Strength as a snack as well. So mixed with water, it's only 190 calories, 24 grams of protein, so it's a good high quality snack. So for me, if it's a busy day, I'm running around, so a lot of times I just take my 2 scoops, mix it with water, and have it at my desk. So while it's great as a post-workout, it's certainly not the only time that you can use that product. So when we started this training back in section 1, we talked about a healthy, active lifestyle being just that, a lifestyle. So it's not just about the 30 minutes when you go to the gym. It's not just making sure you're hydrated during that period of time, but being active is about balance, and it's about living that healthy, active lifestyle throughout your day. So when we're talking about nutrition for being an athlete, we can't overlook one of the most important parts of the day, and that's overnight, when you're sleeping, because that's when your body's finally fully resting, fully recovering. So we want to help ourselves out. We want to give ourselves some good quality nutrition before we go to bed so that we can really help complete that recovery process. Because, as we mentioned a few minutes ago, a lot of stress and damage is done to the body. So we increase free radical production, which does a lot of damage to our cells. So we want to make sure that when we're going to sleep at night, we're putting good quality ingredients into our body to help protect ourselves. And so that's where Herbalife 24 Restore really comes in handy. And again, whether you worked out or not that day, anyone can take Herbalife 24 Restore on a daily basis. So what it is a combination of curcumin, which is an active ingredient in turmeric. So this helps with inflammation. We have some antioxidants from vitamins A and C. So again, it's really about doing everything you need to do to maximize each workout every day, but then maximize the way your body recovers so that you can continue to work out every single day. Now, I know this is the end of the 4-part series. We've given you a ton of information, what you need to do, the basics before, during, and after, but let's take a second and kind of put it all together. What does your day look like if you're someone that is active? So what you're gonna see on the screen is just kind of an example, a template of what a day can look like if you're active. So we kind of gave you a lot of rules and guidelines along the way, and this template kind of follows those rules. So there's lots of variability, there's lots of different products that you can insert in different places, but this is kind of the template, a roadmap that you can follow to achieve the goals that we've been talking about over the last 4 sections. So what you can see is this is an example of someone that's working out at night. You're gonna start your day, good quality breakfast, right? Herbalife Formula 1, or you can have Formula 1 Sport. Again, remembering that the only real difference is that type of protein. After that, a good protein snack, because we talked about the importance of protein pacing throughout the day, making sure that you're feeding your body amino acids throughout the day to help protect and rebuild your muscles. A good high quality whole foods lunch, maybe salad with some fish. You could have some aloe at this point, because remember we talked about the importance of hydration throughout the day. A good time for some tea as well, followed by another high protein snack mid-afternoon. As you start getting ready for your workout, as you start thinking about that workout, maybe a half an hour or so before, having some caffeine, whether it's liftoff, whether it's energy, whether it's prepare, whatever your choice is for that day, start thinking a little bit about that a good half an hour or so before your workout. As you get ready for your training, prepare your bottle of Herbalife 24 CR7 Drive, which is gonna not only fuel you, but help keep you hydrated throughout that workout. And of course, that Rebuild Strength post-workout. Again, remembering that Rebuild Strength is not a meal after your workout, it's simply what your body needs to help recover and repair yourself from that workout. You wanna have your Restore at night and maybe some other tablets as well. So whether it's the Formula 2 multivitamin, Herbalife line, all these sorts of things so that you can continue to train and improve your performance, whatever that means to you, every single day. So thank you guys for watching. The last thought that I want to leave you with is, as you're watching this, I know we've talked about everybody being an athlete, but if you're still kind of struggling with how do I work out? I don't know what to do. How do I make myself comfortable? The best thing about exercise is that you can do whatever you love to do, right? So there's no right or wrong. As long as you're getting your heart rate up, if you're sweating, you're gonna be stressing your body. You're going to be getting yourself towards those gains, those results that you're looking for. So take some time. If you don't like the gym, don't go to the gym. Go outside, run, bike, swim, hike, whatever it may be. Just find what you're passionate about doing and do that as often as you can. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this series, and I will see you all soon.